Hi, we are from Group 12. Will be present the issue of debenture as collateral in bank. This presentation is prepared by Tanusha Devi, Tai Yi Hang, Nur Ain Fatiha, Hasliza, and Siti Amina Amira.
Hello, my name is Nur Ain Fatiha. Our group will be present about debenture as a collateral in the banking lending. Okay, for the first part, I will present about introduction. For introduction, debenture is a fixed for a security document that has been set up to make a fixed and floating payment for asset and borrower. For property such as machinery, motor vehicle, and also equipment charged with the fixed charge in the debenture. For trading stock will be charged as floating fee to allow the borrower to continue using it again. For property such as land, still we charge all the detail of the land must be attached to the debenture. Debenture as a collateral banking lending means that debenture issue is used as a secondary security loan guarantee for the company to make loan with the bank. If the borrower fails to repay back the loan by the deadline have given, the lender can sell collateral to repay back the loan that has been given. Generally, borrower will provide asset as a collateral. Okay, in this report, we need to elaborate for two objectives in the debenture as a collateral. Okay, for the first objective, this objective to examine the issue of borrower under debenture become insolvent, and for second objective, to propose measure to mitigate the issue of borrower become insolvent.
Hi, now we are going to talk about the literature review. So, based on a Thomson Reuters practical law, they said debenture is a security document that is usually entered when a borrower's asset and also undertaking is created using the fixed and also floating charge. So, tangible moving property like machinery, plants, and also motor vehicle is considered in a debenture. So, the company which apply for the debenture, they need to register themselves with the company's commission within 30 days. So the biggest advantage of having debenture is that without going through any proceeds through the usual court, the recovery process is very fast. So the bank may appoint the receiver without going through a judicial auction to sell their property. This may include their landed property on a private contract. So even Islamic banking, they agree and also support the creating of a debenture. So now based on Julie Palmer, she said that directors benefit from the versatile form of protection when their businesses is on insolvency and they are unable to return the profitability by setting out the loan within the debenture. So the floating charge is said to be crystallized when the company is considered insolvency. So this implies that the it becomes the fixed fee, and without any approval from the investors, the asset cannot be longer dealt by the company.
My name is Hasliza Mentiroslan and my metric number 263878. I will proceed with my part. Issue of borrower under debenture become insolvent. First, when a company acquires funds by debt financing. In this issue, for issuing debenture, the borrower must have asset as collateral which the company need to register at company's house. The company is obligatory to get a collateral as acknowledgement of company's debt. Second, charge with repayment at fixed time at given interest rate. The interest payment for the lender in the debenture document are obligatory. It will be put more burden on the borrower. Third, the borrower choose floating charge rather than fixed charge. When the borrower choose the floating charge, it become an issue when the company become insolvent and the asset can no longer be dealt by the borrower without permission from the bank. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Siti Amina Amira binti Rosli. My method number 265654. I will present my part, which is measure to mitigate the issue of borrower become insolvent. From the issue, when borrower become insolvent, the bank will enforce its right under the debenture by crystallizing the equitable fixed charge and equitable floating charge debenture in order to prevent the borrower from disposing the asset that come under fixed and floating charge debenture. Crystallization is the process of equitable fixed charge and floating charge converting into a fixed charge. It happened when the bank looked to enforce the debenture in insolvent situation that equitable fixed charge as well as equitable floating charge crystallize and effectively become a fixed charge. One crystallized, which means frozen, all the assets under borrower are attached to the bank at the time they are crystallized, which means that bank have a legal interest or claim by selling that crystallized asset. By doing so, bank can hope to recover their loan. Equitable status will change to a legal status when the bank has crystallized the debenture. Therefore, the borrower will not longer able to use or sell the asset from that issue, which means that in their frozen asset become distinctive and specific assets are attached to the debenture as usual. No security or resources are generated or brought into a being, and no register is required as borrower has no willfully created a new charge. Next, when borrower becomes insolvent, the bank can also mitigate the issue by appointing a receiver or receiver and manager. The bank can simplify file an appointment letter with the party they want to appoint as receiver in order to appoint a receiver. Information such as a term of debenture agreement will be included in the appointment letter. Bank may appoint any party they see fit to handle the receivership responsibility. Bank also have right to appoint themselves as receiver if they have time or willingness to handle the task. One receiver has appointed on behalf of the bank, they will act as the best interest to claw back the money that owned by the borrower. The receiver also is given the right to control the ownership on the asset of borrower. They also have the right to arrange a sale or acquisition of asset and to collect rent and profit to recover the bank debt. In order to sell the asset, it requires the bank to go through court proceeding to obtain the court order before it can dispose or sell the asset. In another word, bank can only sell debenture asset when they have been ordered to do so by the court. Then the sale will become a judicial sale by the court order.
Okay, now we talk about the recommendation. Debenture can ensure that creditors' claims are repaid with a higher status in the picking book. Otherwise, the loan will be unsecured. The position of unsecured creditor near the bottom of the payment system means that the chance of getting any money back are greatly reduced. In time of financial difficulty, this may harm business growth and even lead to bankruptcy. In some cases, restrictions imposed by protecting debenture by asset or asset class deprive management of the freedom to control or use asset at will. Okay, as a conclusion, some bonds are non-renewable security. They are usually loans that are repaid on a fixed date. These are sometimes called perpetual bonds. Most bonds are paid a fixed interest rate, and that interest must be paid before dividends are paid to the shareholders. Redemption must have a premium and a certain are convertible. That is, they can be converted into common stock on a specific date, usually at a specific price.